Good morning traders, it's Chris from the daxtrader.co.uk and it's the 4th of June and it's Tuesday. Alright, let's jump into the charts. The trading disclaimer applies as usual, it's in the description below. Alright, so we have, since the highs of around 12,315, declined around 690, nearly 700 points. We've broken through this compressed wedge formation. And you'll notice that this price action, since breaking below this upsloping line here, falls directly in the middle of this low volume area for the whole of the 2019 profile. So what does that mean? Well, we've got some support potentially down here around about the 600 to the 500 zone, but anywhere in here it's probably going to want to start filling out some of that profile, finding some value in this zone to start shuffling things around from where we've been trading over the last couple of months. Now, as far as the trend is concerned, the DAX is technically bearish below 11,923, and on this 60-minute chart, the downsloping fork line set that you can see here is still the dominant line set that I'm using, and it's showing a significant median line, which is the center line in the middle, and it is a center line in its own right because it is receiving and has received touches from both below and above, going back all the way to the beginning of May. So any potential upside may have a limit. So for example, you could start lining out things such as this quartile line, the previous 923, the upper median line parallel starts to restrict its upside movement, and for as long as it stays below 923 and eventually goes on to break below 622, there's no arguing that the trend is still in place. Okay, now a break above yesterday's high, which is around about 11,793, could potentially see a move up towards the 800 or even 900 level here, which would be represented by this higher volume area you can see on the right hand side. And again, this is a 5-day composite profile over here on the right, and at the moment we're trading inside yesterday's value area, just underneath the point of control. We have been above it, but we're yet to break below the yesterday's daily pivot to test yesterday's value area low. A break below 700 opens up the obvious move towards the low of yesterday. 700's just above the value area low from yesterday, and a break below yesterday's low opens up the obvious move down towards the psychological 500. So we'll see whether or not it manages to get down there. Okay, let's take a look at a few trades. So at the moment I'm in lots of different things, mainly on Forex and a couple of other markets as well, but there's about 10 different trades that's still open on that at the moment. About 5 of those or 6 of those I think now are comfortably in profit. I've moved the stop losses to break even on those. A couple of stop losses that came in from the overnight session, mainly on the euro pairs. But the profitable trades seem to be outnumbering those at the moment. Okay, so yesterday there was a sell on FTSE that was released as a signal. Got in at 71.20, ended up getting out at 70.90 for a 30-point profit, which represented just over 3% added to the account, and that was based on this strategy, my normal strategy, which was a sell over here. Now, I went a little bit rogue on this just simply because of the break that we had below this low, and decided to get in manually. But you could have easily have got in a little later, or even on one of these other alternative signals for yourself. So again, I'll remind you, go and get your version of this strategy if you're a Sierra Charts user. Send me a message on Telegram and I can give you access. Okay, so that was an interesting one. We also had one on DAX as well, and that was a buy from these guys down here. Bearish overlay over here, and there was a long from 648, which is around about this zone here. You could have got out of the trades over here, I decided to stay in them. Got out at 6.97 for the simple fact that I had to go to Salisbury, so I didn't want to keep any trades open on the DAX. I decided to leave it, but actually the target would have been 747, and you'll notice that it just about missed getting up there, which was a bit of a shame, but it did on its second attempt in the afternoon. So happy days. So even if you'd have set and forget that, it would have comfortably got to target, so congratulations for those who followed. So that's that. So a number of positives from yesterday's session, back into the swing of things for the DAX and FTSE, so looking to start to try and turn around the performance for those over the last sort of month or two. FX still doing really well, so pleased with how things are going. Alright, let's take a look at the economic calendar real quick, and that is over here. Maybe I need to shift screens on this one. Let's just move that over, I think. There we go. Alright, and we'll scroll down to the bottom. We'll go and get the economic calendar. And for today's session, the overnight news from the Royal Bank of Australia with their interest rate and the rate decision. No major surprises. They held rates at 1.25, and so today for the European session you've got the CPI at 10 o'clock. There is the UK PMI number, and there's the unemployment rate from the EU as well. So all of those at 10 o'clock. Then besides that, there's just the speech in the afternoon session, could provide some volatility around the US Open just after, and you've got the factory orders as well. Right guys, that is me done. I'm going to be sticking to the strategy again today. Probably going to get into a few different trades. A couple of Forex ones already came out this morning, so they're ready to go for when you are at your screens. But I hope you have a good trading day. I'll be back again tomorrow with another update, but until then, take care.